But new here at 4 o'clock, an affordable housing project in Milwaukee's northwest side is facing a bit more of a challenge. The proposed site, known as Cudahy Farms, is located right near Swan Road and Ferry Chasm Drive. That is right near the city's Northridge neighborhood. Now, to talk all about this, Andrew Weiland from our partners at BizTimes Milwaukee joining us now. So, Andrew, this proposed site has already received 2 of the 3 approvals necessary. But what is the holdup when it comes down to moving forward with this project?
It's been a very controversial project in that neighborhood. When this development plan was first rolled out, it was much larger. They were planning to do 1,100 units, so a really big development. A lot of it affordable housing, some senior housing in there, and some other amenities as well. But there's been a lot of pushback from that neighborhood, a lot of concerns that it might result in an increase of crime. Some of the developments in that area have been a little bit troubled in that regard. There's also, it's a very large nature area. A lot of big old trees would be torn down for this project. So there's a fear of losing that natural area, plus concerns about what the development will mean in terms of crime impact.
All right, so still a lot more conversations to have based on that. I do also want to talk about Summerfest. As we know, we have the new attendance numbers for this year, and the festival did see some growth compared to last year as we're taking a look at this graph here, but it still hasn't really reached pre-pandemic levels. I feel like we've talked about pre-pandemic and the pandemic so many times that you've come to the studio to visit us, but is something not working here, or are we just never going to get to those pre-pandemic numbers?
Well, that's a really good question. And I don't know the answer, but we're certainly watching the trend of, Summerfest attendance has recovered to a point, but like you say, it still hasn't returned to pre-pandemic level. A lot of Summerfest diehards will tell you that the problem is the schedule, the 3-weekend schedule that Milwaukee World Festival folks, the ones who run Summerfest, believe is their best option to attract the largest crowds, which makes some sense. You put it in the weekends, you would think the weekends would be the best drawing days. But a lot of loyal Summerfest fans have complained about that. Some people just prefer going during the middle of the week, or they're maybe more likely to go more often if it's the old format, which was 2 weekends with a week in between. I don't know if that's the reason, but I can tell you a lot of people still feel strongly about that, but they are sticking with that 3-weekend format.
Do you think that'll ever change? I feel like I've heard a lot of people saying they miss the 11-day run.
Yeah, like I said, a lot of people do say that, but year in, year out, they're sticking with this. So they believe it's in their best interest to schedule it this way. But I think anything could potentially change if they get to a point where they feel like, you know what, this isn't working.
Yeah. All right, Andrew, thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it.